Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another Tesla vlog. So I've had the car for approximately 9 months now and I've put over 25,000 kilometers on it. To be exact, it has 27,603 kilometers. I purchased the car with 22,000 kilometers on it. So I put about 25,000 on it myself, most of that within the first 6 months of ownership. So in today's video, I'm going to give you some of the insights that I've come across after 9 months, 25,000 kilometers with a Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus. So one of the biggest questions that comes up with Tesla Model 3 ownership is how much maintenance do you have to do on an electric car versus a gas car? So I've had this car for 25,000 kilometers and I have done zero maintenance on the vehicle. The only maintenance I've had to do to the car is basically put on my winter tires, and I had a chip in the windshield. So I took the car into a regular glass place, a Speedy Auto Glass, and they were able to fix the chip with that kind of heat seal thing, and it was covered under insurance. So that was absolutely wonderful and zero cost involved. Now the only other cost of maintenance that I've had on the car is I actually moved, and when I moved I had to have a new charger outlet installed into my fuse panel, and that cost me about $100. So all in all, in the first 25,000 kilometers of ownership of a Tesla Model 3, there has been almost zero maintenance costs. So one of the best features that a Tesla has is the enhanced autopilot, and it's absolutely wonderful. You just hit the stalk twice and the car takes over. No matter if there's a bend in the road or if the road is straight, you know that the car has complete control. So as you can see, we're coming up to a bend here and the car steers itself. I don't even have to touch the wheel. So obviously it recommends that you touch the wheel at all times, but here we have another bend in the road. I don't have my hands on the car, on the wheel at all, and the car is taking the curve no problem whatsoever. So absolutely wonderful system that the Tesla engineers have come up with their autopilot. It works flawlessly, and I highly recommend it for long drives especially. So road trips are a little bit different in a Tesla Model 3, and within my first 6 months of ownership is basically when I put 25,000 kilometers on this vehicle. And I did that because I had a job where I was traveling basically across Canada. So I would often travel from Ontario to Montreal, and that's a pretty big road trip. And when you're doing road trips like that in a Tesla, things are a little bit different. When you're planning your road trip, you're planning your trip based on charger locations and where you're going to stop to fill up. So you're not going to stop at the en route. If there's not a supercharger there, you're going to plan your trips around where the Tesla superchargers are. So it's not necessarily as convenient and you don't have as many choices as you do with a gas car, but it's definitely a viable option for myself to go from Ontario to Quebec, from Toronto to Montreal. Tesla worked quite easily. I only had to stop twice and I didn't have to stop for a super long period of time. One thing that you want to plan for on your stops is that you're not planning to fill your car 100%, because the last little bit of the car, the last 20 minutes, isn't going to get you as much charge as the first 20 minutes. So you want to stop maybe one more stop than normal. You're actually going to spend less time at the charger by stopping one extra time. So a lot of people might plan their trip based on the maximum amount of kilometers, and that's not what you want to do for speed, to get there as fast as possible. You want to get there as fast as possible. You don't want to be charging your battery to 100% every time. So that's a little bit of advice on charging. So one more piece of advice I can give to you if you're planning on going on a road trip is that you definitely want to use the built-in GPS. So by using the built-in GPS, you're actually allowing the car to know when you're going to charge. And what it will do is it will precondition the battery for you. So what preconditioning does is it basically heats up the battery for you. So when you get to the supercharger, the battery is hot, which allows it to be charged as fast as possible. So that is a big plus when you're doing a long road trip, is to use the built-in GPS so that you can ensure the fastest possible charging at the Tesla supercharger locations. So I'm not entirely sure how much I've spent on supercharging, but I will look that up when I get back to the house, and I'll definitely add that into this video for you guys. So I got my Tesla Standard Range Plus last July, and since then I've experienced a winter, and I can tell you that you definitely lose some range in the winter time. Now I've come up with a few little tips and tricks that I'm going to show you how to set up your car to save a little bit of that battery. So these tips will not only help you save on battery life, but they'll also help you save on tire wear. Because when I switched over to my winter tires, my mechanic actually kind of said to me, "Hey man, what are you doing to these tires?" And the Standard Range Plus Tesla is a rear wheel drive car, but you would never know it. The traction control on this car is absolutely incredible, but because of that, you tend to wear out your tires without even knowing it. So that's where this mode comes in super handy, and it's called chill mode. So to activate the chill mode on your Tesla, you want to head to your driving controls, just click the picture of the car, and then you want to head to driving, and you'll see you have an option between standard and chill. Activating the chill mode is going to take a little bit of power away from the car. That's going to help to save those tires and get them to last you a lot longer. The other thing chill mode drastically helps with is your battery in the winter time. So if you're worried that you're going to lose a little bit of range because it's cold out, activating chill mode will kind of almost balance out that range that you're going to lose. So a super awesome feature, chill mode, going to help out with your battery, as well as going to help out with your tires if you're a little heavy on the accelerator. So the other excellent feature that you definitely want to activate in the wintertime is something that's called scheduled departure. So what scheduled departure does is it calculates how much time is needed to charge the battery to the amount that you've asked for, so the amount of kilometers you've set your charging indicator to. Once it knows when your departure is, it's actually going to start the charging so that it finishes up right around your departure time. So that means that your battery is nice and warm, it's nice and charged, and it's going to help with regenerative braking and all of that extra goodies. So if you live in a cold climate, I would highly recommend using the scheduled charging. So using the chill mode and the scheduled departure, you are definitely going to extend the range of your Tesla Model 3. So I hope this video helped to give you some insight into what it's like to own a Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus through a Canadian winter and 25,000 kilometers. If you're thinking about getting a Tesla Model 3, I put my link in the description below. Click on that link, that'll take you to the Tesla website. It'll give me some supercharging kilometers, and I think it will also give you some as well, maybe even a discount on your car. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you head down below, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this one, smash that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy out there.